Hey everybody, Brian Bauman from Bauman's Farm and Garden, and I often spend so much time in the spring being so excited for what's new that oftentimes I lose track and forget to show you some of the things that are coming on at the farm right now that are what I would call like oldies but goodies. And this year I've really gone kind of crazy for one of them, and that's where I wanted to start this video today. This is a fuchsia. It's a fuchsia that's called Tom West, and you can tell as Jessica kind of zooms in here, the foliage, I mean, is just a superstar with this plant. It has been around for a long time. In fact, it's won awards all over the globe because it is such a great plant. And the thing that surprises me is we've been growing this for years. About 3-4 years ago, I tried to get cuttings, little tiny starts. That's how we get them started in the wintertime. And I couldn't find any, or very few. And finally, 2 years ago, there was none. Like, I searched the entire globe for starts for this plant and couldn't find any. And so luckily I had a basket or two saved. We kept them, kind of grew them up, and then we started taking little pieces of them and then starting them. And we do this each November. It is late October, early November. And we kept propagating them and getting more and more. And finally, this year, I have a beautiful supply, and there's not enough good things to say about this plant. The foliage is beautiful. It typically blooms much later than other fuchsias, which I like. Fuchsias start blooming in mid-April, early April in the Northwest, and that's too early. Oftentimes it's too early to put them out. We're at the end of April now, and now is a great time to put them out, and they are just now starting to set their buds. In fact, Jessica, come on in. You're gonna have to like kind of look up. This one above me here is just setting on its flower buds. The other thing that I like about it, I mean, the flowers are like beautiful little ballerinas, but when you have a giant fuchsia blossom, which is beautiful, they can be kind of messy. It drops all over your front porch. It can stain your deck or patio. You're kind of trying to clean them up. These little kind of light, dainty flowers just blow away. You don't see them. It blooms much longer than most fuchsias. It blooms much further into the summer. I find that it's much more of a rebloomer. A lot of times fuchsias kind of peter out in the summertime. The other thing that's really cool about this plant, a lot of people use it in the landscape. You can actually put it in your yard. You can put it in pots. You can see it's mounding. It definitely kind of has a mounding trailing habit to it, which is why we use it in a lot of our hanging baskets. But you can easily put this in your yard, and in Oregon, Washington, like on the coast, this would very reliably come back every year for you. It's a hardy perennial. In the valley, kind of a little bit higher elevations, I would say it's one of those things that's kind of a tender perennial. Sometimes it comes back, sometimes it doesn't. But if you kept it in a protected area, like even brought it in your porch or patio, put it in your garage, it'll come back for you each year. I don't know why it doesn't get enough attention. We have tons of them at the farm right now. They're just budding up, and this is by far my favorite fuchsia. Continuing on our trend of oldies but goodies, I'm sitting here in this sea of buds that are just ready to explode, and honestly, you just cannot beat this plant. This is hot Lips Salvia, and Jessica, sorry, I'll make it a little easier for you. Look at these beautiful red buds. And the thing you'll notice about them right now, it doesn't look very lips-like, right? Usually hot lips flowers have like a white throat and then like cherry lips on the top. When they first come out in the springtime, they're almost all cherry red. And then as it warms up in the summer, you'll get more and more white. But this plant is so great. In the Northwest, it's often a perennial. If it gets really cold in the wintertime, I've had mine not come back sometime, but most of the time it does come back. It blooms from right now, so mid-April till November sometimes, nonstop all summer long. The hummingbirds love it. The butterflies love it. The bees love it. It's in the mint family, and you can always know when a plant's in the mint family if you grab the stem and the stem is square. That's the mint family. And one of the things that's great about that family of plants is it has this really nice fragrance to the foliage. The flowers themselves don't smell that great, but the foliage does when you're brushing by it. It is such a reliable bloomer that is going to just perform so well, be great for pollinators. It's pretty drought tolerant, deer resistant. You can use it in the landscape. You can use it in planters. It's great. I love it. There is nothing not to love about this plant. It is truly a very versatile, excellent summer bloomer. I spend so much time talking about what's new, and I'm always looking for new petunias. I'm looking for petunias that are a different color or have a good habit, bloom well all summer, and really get me excited. And I'll never forget, it was back in 2006 when Proven Winners, so I probably would have found out about it late 2005, Proven Winners released Vista Bubblegum. It's almost been 20 years ago, and this petunia changed the market. It changed how we do hanging baskets. It changed what annuals can do in the landscape at home. For those of you who have tried it, Bubblegum, one plant, will go 6, 7, 8 feet in one season. It's just gigantic. And one of the things when Proven Winners talks about Vistas is Vistas kind of will mound and then just kind of keep mounding and keep growing on top of each other. So you end up with just this giant ball of flowers. There is still no petunia on the market that comes close to its figure. There's no petunia on the market that blooms as much, as bold, has such a bright, beautiful color to it. Vista Bubblegum is truly an oldie but a goodie. It's hard to say that, but it's been around for 20 years now. I have it in a basket here, and you have to be careful with what you pair it with, because Vista Bubblegum is so bold, it grows so fast, it can eat other plants alive. But in this combo, I have it with Super Bean Violet Ice, which seems to keep up really well with it. And I love the bubblegum color with the violet ice color of the verbena. And I also have some giant snowflake bacopa in here as well, which seems to do really well. When you're purchasing these at Bauman Farms, this is still our #1 selling petunia far and away. When you get it in 4-inch, you can see it's just starting to bloom here. It's hard to imagine that this one plant is going to grow 6 feet long. So you can really spread it out in your plantings and in your combinations. Like I said, you got to be careful what you pair it with because it grows so fast. But one plant that's going to bloom so long. In fact, Janie from Dig Plant Water Repeat, this is really the plant that put her on the market. She was telling me how she had this big, beautiful planting of it. It was doing so well. And then Laura from Garden Answer shared it. And to me, it's about being successful, right? I want, when you take a plant home, that you're going to think, wow, I did an amazing job. There's nothing worse than when somebody takes a plant home and is like, I have a brown thumb, I kill everything. Well, starting out with some of these oldies but goodies are really going to set you up for success so that you feel a lot better about gardening. Vista Bubblegum, give it lots of water, lots of fertilizer, and just let her go. And you will be super successful and super impressed with what you can do with this plant. This is an unusual oldie but a goodie, I think. So if you look up here, Jessica, this is a plant that's called an Abutilon. Another name for it is a flowering maple. And that confuses tons of people because you think, oh, it's in the maple family. No, it has nothing to do with maples. But the leaves on it can get a split leaf look like how a maple looks. So it's just that it resembles maple leaves. Now, there's lots of different Abutilons, tons of them. They've been around for a long time. But I found this one from a nursery up in just north of us. And it's called Abutilon, and I'm gonna butcher the name. It's like Megapetorium something or other orium. And it's a trailing variety. And I've seen it used in containers before, but I'd never seen anyone use it in a hanging basket. And several years ago, we started putting it in a hanging basket, and everyone that's purchased it has loved it. Because with petunias, you can deal with some pests, you deal with the cutworms. You don't deal with that with these. This one plant is going to trail down 6, 7, 8 feet long. It's going to bloom nonstop all summer long. It does really well in windy conditions. It's so light and airy. The bright red and yellow flowers are super cheery and wonderful. The only pest I've ever really seen with it is it does get aphids every once in a while, and you got to kind of just keep up for that. It doesn't seem to take as much fertilizer as some of the other annuals do. It's pretty easy to hold over year after year, which I think is great. It does need to be protected during the winter time, but it can take a light frost and still keep on ticking. It's amazing. I a lot of times will kind of pinch it back. Jessica, if you can kind of see these little tips up here. So this winter I went through here and trimmed it back because I wanted it to fill out and be nice and full. And all of these baskets are just now spilling down. This particular variety, we only have available in hanging baskets right now, but we have lots of starts coming. So I'd say end of May, 1st of June, we'll have starts if you want to grow your own. But in terms of, like, I have a whole row of them behind me, as far as you can see, of blooming Abutilons. It's such a great plant. It's super easy to care for and blooms nonstop all summer long. Thank you for tuning into our channel, and I really like this opportunity to share with you some plants that maybe don't always get as much love and attention as I think they deserve. But you want to stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, because coming up, I'm going to show you some of my favorite new plants for 2025, and I'm already started on 2026.